Hello, all of you beautiful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Data Anomaly Hunter's Scar, Season 2, Episode 23, Complications Ensue. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io, so go take a look at it and let us know what you think. For now, we shall begin with introductions. First off, we are joined today by Whiskers doing art. They are doing some dono doodles, so if you would like to get one, do remember, tip $25 and you can get a doodle. And we'll go and move on to Lightpaw.
Hello, I am Lightpaw, or Airtan, or whatever you want to call me, as long as it's not a bad word.
I'll call
I
you
am
good
the-
girl then.
Oh, that coming.
Well, I killed the storyteller. How much XP do I get?
0 because he's the one who gives it out.
You get 50 XP subtracted.
Actually, that does remind me that I need to give you guys experience for last sessions. I'm the dog dragon hybrid who's telling this story, I think. Who are you, Arcus?
Okay, I'm Gimund, and I play Arcus, the brother of, I'm a Harrismon who is, electric basic type. On to the Asher.
Hello everybody, I am Razim and I am playing as Asher, the Labramon, Astral Light type, God of Death, Lord of Evil, and off to the minion.
Hello, y'all. I'm IDDoThings, or Ido if you prefer, and I'll be playing Haboku, the necrotic fire type Lucamon, undead minion of Asher, and I'm generally confused about a lot of things. On to Kotora.
Hello, everybody. I'm Raharu, and I'll be playing Kotora, the mythic fire type Gabumon. Onto you, Tab.
Hello, I'm Tolios, and I'll be playing Riv, the mythic water type of Orvamon.
And for the recap, as usual, we have not had a session for a few weeks. You all know who's up.
So Haboku?
Sure!
I knew I'd get a laugh out of someone for that.
Is it Arcus?
No.
Go on,
All
pal.
right, but what happened last week? There was still a lot of talking. As one way of putting it was convo. But it was mostly dealing with a lot of the aftermath stuff of the various arguments we've been having, as well as Riv getting his hearing kind of fixed. It's kind of better, but not fully yet. But it is rapidly improving. There were some additional arguments about things, but I don't really know how else to explain it other than we just kind of we're finishing up our arguments that we've been having the past couple sessions. Naoki tried to get us to not
offering. Gimund _ tipped $50.
I suppose there were quite a few, quite a few missed traditions. Thank you so very much for that tip, Gimund. Do message me what you would like.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Whoops.
you get two. Or one with two characters.
Yeah. That is... God, gotta do thinking tonight. I think that's the first 2 tiers done. And Lightpaw did say that, or message me that there are bonus tiers. I have no idea what those are beyond the, that. So I guess after the initial 100, it'll be Lightpaw will let us know.
Will they be good? Will they be bad? It's a matter of perspective, really.
Indeed.
But yeah, there was some stuff with Naoki, for example, trying to not get us to go to the place tonight, basically saying that she wouldn't show us. But she also kind of forgot that she already showed Riv where it was supposed to be on the map. So it kind of turned into Kotora, like, kind of convincing Riv to, stay, at least for the night. And then Riv said, like, after a good amount of not really wanting to, agreed that he'll stay the night, and exactly 0 seconds after dawn, he's leaving. And so we had settled in for the night.
Alrighty.
I guess as one final like housekeeping thing we can do. Hey, Lightpaw, did you want to include magic as a module?
I have spent the last couple weeks sick. I would like to review the magic before including it.
All right.
There is probably going to be a really good opportunity for anyone who wants to make changes to their characters to do so pretty soon. I think that
Wow.
would probably be a really good time for that.
Technically, we could do that every full rest, which would be right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Which is why I wanted to ask, because it would matter the most right now, but hey, if he hasn't
Asher-
had time to review it, he hasn't had time to review it.
Yeah, that's fine. But Asher
We also do have a
definitely
couple
wants-
of books
None
on
shall
magic
see
in the
me.
party. We just haven't had the actual
my battle
rules.
cry may give me away.
Asher has his Necronomicon. He is absolutely going to start raising the dead.
Riv has a couple of magic books too.
A generous bestow.
Magic. Snort, snort.
IDDoThings tipped $10. Razim coins.
Thank you very much for that tip, Ido. That is the 3rd tier of the tip goal completed. On to the last one. Bluebet, I've got no idea what you mean by this, but I'll send it along to Lightpaw and hope that he has any idea. Except Lightpaw seems to be distracted.
Yes.
No, I was waiting for the ethereal influence.
Oh.
We were hearing background noise.
Yeah, that would be my roommates. Which is impressive, because they're through a closed and locked door.
I mean, locking the door does not really
Generous
stop
bestow.
things from,
Raharu 95 tipped $15.
Thank you for the tip, Raharu. You do realize that locking the door does not prevent sound, right?
Yeah, well. Oh. Okay, that would be what happened. It looks like Discord has changed their noise attenuation. Are we still hearing my roommates?
Currently not.
No. But we do have fan
Cool.
art from Ducks. So we've got an Asher plush. All profits go to the god of death. We are hearing your roommates again. And then we have a Riv plush. Free library membership included.
Endowment. Taldarius tipped $25, unless.
Thank you very much for that tip, Tal. That is the tip goal fully completed, and we are 15 over.
A generous bestowal.
Was the 15 from Frosty Bite?
Frostybite
I think it was.
266 tipped
Yee.
$15.
Thank you for the tip, Frosty Bite. Seriously, thank you all so much.
By the way, Sim, you only get a doodle if you tip for increments of 25, right?
Or more, yeah.
Noted.
I mean, if you want, you can count my 10 and as part of Raharu's. Because
Yeah,
I-
can't do anything further.
While I appreciate that idea, I really don't want to. I don't want to set that precedent,
all right,
because that will get complicated fast if we've got a bunch of people tipping random amounts and being like, just toss it into that one.
Yeah, I can see that getting complicated. Unfortunately, it would have been nice
For
though.
the influence, I'm not sure what Blue Bat. I'm not sure what you want either. I'm gonna reject that for now. If you want to provide better clarity, then feel free to resubmit it.
Alrighty, noted.
Waiting another second or two, make sure that nothing else is coming in. Okay, good. So there was one other thing that was mentioned as happening right as you guys were going to bed, and that was that it was starting to rain. Overnight, that gentle drizzle has continued and is actually started picking up at some point. It's kind of hard to tell what time it even is right now. What was the watch schedule going to be like, though?
Asher will go last.
Asher, Riv was also going last, so that way he would be awake in time for leaving.
I guess Haboku's going second.
Yeah, Arcus was gonna go second too.
I guess Kotora will go first alone.
Anyone that wants to give me perception rolls for their portion is going to get a weather update. And we will start with Kotora.
Yeah, one moment, I'm looking. Body instincts perception. Average roll, nice. Or slightly above average.
Yeah, that's enough to get you the. What? You gonna lock that in?
Yeah, I'm locking that in.
Okay, that is definitely enough to get you a weather report. It is raining. It has moved. The early evening was more mist than rain, but by the time your watch ends, it has moved into drizzle territory, possibly into actual rain. And then the next pair was Haboku and Arcus.
Okay. D3. 7 plus specialty. True combo. But I'll still put 1. And makes it a 5. And good thing I sold the 1 then.
I think I'm going to willpower that. But actually, first, I'm going to just see what happens if I just sold the 2 of the ones. Yeah, no. Reroll time.
Reroll.
Well, technically, you get the willpower back, Ek, don't you?
The soul. Let me stay. Hey, it's already an improvement over the original roll.
That was not a low, or that was not a high bar to clear.
But it was cleared.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
One instinct.
Pet, why are you saying you're gonna go to sleep and then you use an ethereal influence? Come on, Dux.
Also, I like how Arcus and Haboku's perception is equivalent to Kotora's if you add them up. Right now.
Hey, you know. Sometimes, you know what? Nope. I know the problem. There's an increasing amount of rain, so the rolls are awful.
There is, in fact, an increasing amount of rain, and actually the ground is starting to get a little bit soggy. That's possibly slightly concerning, you know.
All right, go back to bed then, Dux.
Like the rain's increasing.
Yeah, go to bed, Dux. I am accepting that one. It might not come up immediately.
It is raining a lot. Haboku will paw at the ground for a bit, raking his claws through it to see how loose it's getting from all the water. How concerning are we talking here?
Like Paw?
I have been talking for 30 minutes!
I'm sending it again.
I've been muting to make sure you guys don't overhear my roommates again. I will accept Dux's influence. I might not get to it immediately, but it is accepted. It will happen when it
You did say
does.
that.
Oh, good. Okay. Haboku, your paw does not come up muddy. It comes up moist. and you are noticing that
Moist.
you're noticing that you are actually no longer smelling wet forest smells. You are now just smelling rain. Do either of you have a timepiece?
Timepiece? You mean something that I measure time with?
Yes.
Haboku won't.
Does the canteen count?
I don't think so, no.
Nope.
Though I will roll an appraisal to see.
So just to fill in some extra context there, rain smells kind of like wet dog, but softer on that, with a small subtone of rot.
When does the loser dust come into play?
The loser dust does not have a smell. If you breathe it in, you just lose your sense of smell.
Oh, is that what happened to me a couple weeks ago?
Would appraisal or investigation work for what's up with the ring? Seeing what was up with the ring here.
I would say, honestly, this might be survival more than, because appraisal is more about the literal value of objects, and investigation is.
Yeah, that's fine. That actually works out better for me anyway.
You can take 2 extra dice from Arcus.
Oh, you don't want to roll yourself?
Body instinct survival +2.
Nope, I think Haboku has got it.
You are, in fact, able to wake up Riv and Asher for their shift at basically the right time. But it is really difficult to tell. Because Asher and Riv, the first thing you two are going to notice is that the rain is just coming down now.
Is Riv having to like occasionally brush off ice crystals as it hits him and then like freezes?
Oh, absolutely.
That's gonna be annoying for him.
Riv's got the whole Jack Frost thing going on, frankly.
In the morning, he's just a new
Whole lot
ice.
whole lot more horns than he's supposed to have, I'm pretty sure.
He's gonna be encased in ice if he doesn't move.
Encased in
He's
ice,
gonna
you
have to.
say?
What'd you say, Zim?
I said encased in ice, you say? Is this a bad thing?
I mean, for Riv, not really, but for most people, yes.
Well, there is Asher's, the thingamajig with the stuff and the things that do the things, and the stuff that sees the things and hears the things and does the stuff with the things.
Right script.
Yeah, I'll just lock that in.
Riv?
I know Riv's hearing was coming back, but it wasn't like fully restored. Should I up difficulty for this? Because he is technically a little bit muted on one of his senses.
I am going to say no on this. You are able to roll this one normally because the primary sound that's going to be associated with this is going to be very deep anyway.
Yeah, that's checking.
Yeah, because what you're hearing, Riv, is primarily a lot of water hitting canvas.
Someone's using watercolors.
No, just the sky is just opened up over your guys' tents.
Yep. Well,
And
Riv has his data pad and a pocket watch, like aside from that. So
Asher, something you would notice before Riv does for two very important reasons. Where Haboku needed to put his paw on the ground to feel moist, it is definitely feeling a little wet, like right now.
yeah, it makes sense. Riv doesn't notice that.
For two reasons.
Lack of fur, and he kind of just starts freezing it.
Three reasons.
Nice.
He also has the ability to levitate when he wants to. He might not
He
be
can
touching
fly,
the ground.
but yeah. Yeah, but that takes effort.
Noted, noted. Well, Asher's going to stay basically inside his tent and just be watching out from there and primarily listening.
Honestly, it's a little difficult for you to hear much over the rain hitting your tent. It is quite loud. The rain is coming down quite a lot. Quick question. When you guys set up your tents, did you use any kind of riser or pallet, or did you just stake the tents out on the ground?
I think we just
Risers and pallets would be like extra stuff we would have had to carry, I think.
yeah. I
Asher-
think we just stuck them into.
Yeah, Asher could have whipped those up, but yeah, it just stuck into the ground.
Yeah, we'd have to know whether there'd be rain in ahead of time.
How much light do you have inside of your tent, Asher?
How much what?
Light.
Probably none right now. Others are sleeping in
Okay.
there. So I guess whatever's coming in from outside.
And the answer to that particular quandary is none. It is pretty dang dark out there.
I mean, Asher still has his valve talk that could give him a bit of light, right?
Well, yeah, if he
Yeah.
were using it, but he's on watch right now.
Ah, fair.
Riv has his headlamp, but he's kind of in a different tent.
I believe Asher also has a headlamp, but still, he's in. He's not using it at the moment.
Hey, Riv, how much attention are you paying to your pocket watch and or the clock on your datapad?
He's not like checking it constantly, but he's feeling a little bit impatient, especially considering he meant to leave at noon yesterday and like had mostly agreed to the whole, what's the word for it? The whole thing with getting the surgery, so as long as it didn't interfere with that. But then the surgery ran long, so he's already leaving like almost a day later than he meant to. So, like, fairly frequently, but it's not like he's just sitting there watching the clock. As also he knows that's the surest way to have it go as slow as possible.
What is he using to determine how often he's checking? Is he just vibes based, or
It's mostly vibes based, but like if he starts noticing something in relation to that, then like he'll definitely pay a lot more attention then. But if he's just like being chilling and like everything's proceeding as expected, he'll generally just do it like vibes based. So like probably the same amount that like people do when checking it. So like every like probably between like 5 and 15 minutes ish. That's about how long people spend between checking the time when waiting.
okay? Time to be really pedantic. How was Riv defining dawn?
Well, for that part, it was literally just going to be based on whatever time it's been dawning. Like he's been on like later shifts or waking up pretty frequently when it comes to a lot of the watches. So like whatever time it would have been mostly when it came to that. But in terms of like practical effects, he was planning on doing it whenever like the sky started to lighten up a bit, and like you could tell that it was sunrise even if the trees were blocking it. But if it's raining and the sky is like completely overcast and we can't go by it for that for obvious reasons, then like around whatever time dawn was supposed to be at. I don't know what it's supposed to be at for like this season, this spot in the world, yada yada yada.
You're pretty sure it was supposed to be a couple of hours ago, actually, but
well, if it's still raining and overcast, then like he probably would have tried waking Kotora up and leaving a couple hours ago then. Like that's why he was checking the watch, is to know when abouts it was supposed to be time to leave in case the rain continued, which it sounds like it has, right?
Oh yeah,
and a couple
the rain
hours
has
ago
in
he would have
fact
been
gotten
waking up Kotora.
heavier overall. It has not let up at all.
Interesting to hear. Still a couple hours ago he would have been waking up Kotora.
Rest of the camp too, or just Kotora?
Well, for now just Kotora. But he's gonna wake up the rest of the camp. It's just that they're in different tents.
Okay. As you guys start to wake up, like I said, rain has been getting heavier and heavier. The cloud cover has made it definitely feel like it might possibly still be nighttime right now. Anyone who is in a tent, which should be most of you, can basically hear nothing but the rain coming down. Because you will need to speak up a little bit in order to be heard. And anyone who is taking a step onto the canvas bottom of your tent, specifically in Asher's tent, which I believe was the one that was further toward the river, it is soaked through.
Kotora is going to well, he's going to be waking up, just yawning for a moment, and then realizing what's about why he's being woken up, and quickly getting ready to leave. And then he notices the rain and just say, "Oh dear, I didn't think that the rain would get this bad."
Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad, but it's not been like as bad as it's been other times.
Yeah. I hope the others are. I hope the others are okay walking in heavy rain.
I mean, it's just kind of a part of living on the road, so.
Yeah. Anyways, we should probably wake up with the others. I'm going to put away our tent. You go wake up the others.
Okay, feel free to well, I guess I would mostly just freeze it, but we could use that to freeze it in place a bit after you sort of heat it up and hopefully get some of the water out at least.
Yeah.
And Riv's gonna wipe off a couple of the ever-growing ice crystals on him from the rain. And then we'll go ahead and go over to the other tent.
Your spectacles, by the way, are just completely worthless right now.
Yep, good thing they're actually just aesthetic. He doesn't actually need them to see.
Yeah, it's a very good thing, because they're actually blocking the lower half of your vision a little bit. Because they are just that fogged over.
Yeah, well that, and also, he's kind of in permanent contact with them, so they also stay really cold too. So they probably also have some of that ice growing on them.
They're going to need to be clean afterwards.
At least it's not the
Actually, the
nastiest
Snow
thing,
Miser
or
is,
worst thing he's had to clean off of his glasses.
So, Asher, the Snow Miser is approaching your tent.
Bum bum bum.
Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Well, now
Not
that's
just
gonna
eating
be
for that
stuck in
yet.
my head all night.
Yeah, I know, right?
Good night, Merle.
Asher is just staring at the Riv Miser.
Yeah, he's gonna shake off a couple more of the ice crystals that have gotten a bit longer just from him being in direct rain more. And he's just gonna a little bit quietly go, "It always sucks when it rains and it does this. I get ice everywhere."
Asher nods.
But it is morning, technically. I mean, I know it's still dark out, but it is the time of morning.
Another nod.
So, like I said, in the morning I was going to be going to the place for the ruins. Not the ruins directly, because like I said, we're going to have to actually get our way into there. But was just letting you know that me and Kotora are going to be leaving, and if you wanted to join us, then
Nod, nod.
So do you want me to help wake people up inside that may or may not be going, or are you going to do that, or...
I will take care of them.
Alright, I'm going to go let Naoki know.
So I'd probably let Arcus know too.
Yeah, I'm just kind of making the rounds.
And Asher's gonna kind of look behind him into the tent. Jace! Haboku! Get up! It's time to go.
Okay.
And
Haboku will, likely just cop off of Jace's his stomach before taking note of the muddy ground.
Well, inside the tent, it's not muddy. It's just really, really wet.
Riv is gonna just on the way, he'll take out his pocket watch again and look at it and just be like, okay, so if it was gonna take us about 2 hours of walking to get there under good circumstances. We should still be able to get there by later today. Even if, we're still moving at a bit of a bad pace, but... He's just kind of like muttering that to himself as he's going towards Naoki's tent.
When you get to Naoki's tent, she's napping in a kind of a hammock spread over 1/3-ish of the ground space, which is actually currently a puddle that she does not seem to have noticed in her snoozing.
Yeah, fair enough. Riv is not going to step inside because then he'd start freezing the water on the inside of her tent, and that doesn't seem like the best of ideas. But he is gonna speak up a little bit and go, "Hey, Naoki, it's raining, but it's morning, so we're kind of leaving. If you wanted to come to the ruins."
It means raining. It's dark.
Yeah, because it's raining. Like, a lot.
You can kind of see dial-up sounds going through her brain.
Also, the bottom of your tent is really watery, so, be careful when jumping down from your hammock. Normally, I would have...
She drops out of her hammock and into the puddle.
Oh no.
Naoki, just ask Asher for help later with it. He does all sorts of stuff. He takes qualities and things out of objects, so you could probably just have him restore your notes if something happened to them.
Yeah, but he doesn't like me. She says,
Have you
desperately
tried
trying to
asking
pull
him
books
nicely?
onto higher shelves.
You could try asking him nicely.
Yeah, Asher's totally cheating and just pulling the trait wet out of the his tent stuff.
But I would also kind of recommend waiting a little bit until, we get to a place where it isn't completely soaked. Because then it'll just get wet again, and then you'd have to ask him again, and then he might not do it.
She seems like she's on the verge of panic as she's trying to pack books into waterproof cases, notes into scroll cases.
If you need some spare space, you can put it in my backpack. It won't get wet in there. It'll just,
She's already shoving books at you.
He's making sure that the books he's grabbing aren't already wet.
They're not wet, but a couple of them have definitely... They're definitely going to need to be dried out to prevent mold. But it seems to be more ambient moisture than that they were directly contacted by, or in direct contact with water.
Naoki, I was in the middle of saying, don't let the ones that are wet get to me because I might freeze the water in the pages. And they'll just turn into ice crystals.
For the record, Asher is storing the wet data. There are many potential uses for this later. All perfectly and entirely not mischievous.
I'm sure.
So, It's a good idea to give me ones that are like only a little bit wet. If they're too wet, it'll just turn to ice.
Yeah, most of the things she's handing you are at worst going to get a little bit frosty. But she does
Fair enough.
continue to hand you things that are possibly not going to fit in her own bags and knapsacks and whatnot.
Riv will help carry as much as he can.
Also, her tent is more like a small bunker than an out-and-out tent. It's like a canvas cover over a shallow pool in the ground that is now an actual pool.
Fun fact, freezing wet books is a really good way of saving them, so long as, like, you know, they aren't, like, absolutely drenched.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if they're too wet, then, you know, the ice crystals will just form and, like, just
Damage the
completely
paper.
mess everything up.
Hey, Arcus,
E?
you hear a popping noise as your sleeping bag gets a little bit too wet for an electric type. And static starts arcing off of you into the sleeping bag.
Arcing off of Arcus.
Yes.
Arcus is just looking around. Huh?
Your tent is definitely a little bit more moist than you remember it being the previous day when you went to sleep.
Oh boy. Yeah. Gets out of his sleeping bag and what's the state of the ground as he steps onto it?
Does Arcus's tent have a canvas bottom, or is it just the tent is on top of ground? Or is it just a canopy, rather?
I just have it listed as a small tent, so I don't know. So probably no canvas on the bottom.
I mean, he probably wouldn't get a canvas bottom tent literally just because of his quills.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's fair. You're pretty sure that this area is going to be flooding soon. Just based on how wet the ground is.
Is he like sinking?
Not yet. Arcus is pretty light.
No, I should probably take this down now. And he's gonna start packing up really quickly.
Yeah, we are parked right next to a river. We are literally in the flood zone. There's literally flood central right now.
Yeah, now you know why Naoki is panicking.
Hey, she's a turtle. She should have known better.
Fair, actually.
Yeah.
No, she's a mouse.
What?
The
What?
clicky clicky kind of mouse, not the beating Tom kind of mouse.
No,
What?
we're talking about because she's a Kamemon.
Yeah.
She's literally, like, physically a turtle.
and she is also a double-click style mouse. Just
I don't
the-
get.
What?
Well, I'm just saying they don't exactly have the separated part on their back. He's making a joke because of like the roller ball on the belly that like looks like it's on a mouse.
You're right.
But like it is,
I-
you know.
I actually didn't notice that on Camel's design, but you're right. They
Yeah.
are literally a mouse.
Well, they have that, and
Computer-
also their back perforations are like in, or segmentations are in like a very particular way that kind of looks like a mouse.
I get it.
It's
I
like
never
not
noticed.
perfect, but it is pretty close.
Fair.
I had never noticed that before.
Yeah, I didn't either until you pointed it out, but it's even stated on the wiki.
Ah,
Yeah, it has a shell like a computer mouse. Its shell is a computer mouse.
knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow.
That one was G.I. Joe, actually, but
No. I was like every time I hear that, like I just start getting all the jingles in my head, and it like
I see.
invariably ends up at Reading Rainbow.
Arcus, as you pack away anything that was like on the ground, and especially the bedroll under your sleeping bag, the bottom of them are just caked in mud to the point that as you pick them up, you get that nice sound.
Ooh, wonderful. Yes.
Arcus? Arcus is just gonna stare at it. I'm not putting this back in my bag right now. And so he's gonna take his backpack and then just carry the sleeping bag along.
Go ahead, Sim.
Riv will help him freeze it later. It's fine.
Asher is also removing the muddy trait from his tent and such, and storing that. That'll also be useful for definitely not mischievous purposes.
Sorry, I have no idea why, but I just had the urge to pick up my ocarina and practice Song of Storms. Anyway. Yeah, it is definitely getting to a point where this spot is looking like it might not be the best one to stay at, because you can
We're next
hear
to a
the
river.
river. Yeah, you can actually hear the river start to pick up its speed.
Like we are literally next to a river. We're like 10 feet from the river.
The good news is that Naoki has spare waterproof cloth if anyone needs it to cover their backpacks, bags, and or anything else. They're willing to let her put books in.
but she'd be willing to part one for Haboku's own cloak.
Yeah.
Kotora will take one just because he does have some books in his backpack. Usually he wouldn't need one.
Arcus will take one to wrap up his sleeping bag in. Just place it in his backpack.
It's making all kinds of noises as you move it around. Actually, handling it in the direct rain has gotten some of the mud off of it, at least.
Yeah, but it's still extremely wet.
Oh, everything's extremely wet right now. And I mean everything's extremely wet right now.
Yes, exactly, Raijin, exactly. Well, no, Asher's tent is perfectly dry now. And he's gonna take the
Rib is more icy than wet.
He's gonna take the canvas from the top of the tent and fashion it into a kind of cape for himself and put that over top of himself, with a hood, of course.
A poncho?
Yes, sort of. More cape, because quadruped and poncho would trip him.
Okie
I guess
Thankfully,
cloak would
Arcus
be
has-
better term, but
Yeek.
Yeah.
Arcus has his
Clo-
blanky thing.
That's a scientific term.
No, the blanky thing, yeah. That's what it's down in his inventory as, even.
Like I said, it's
Is it
a
right here?
scientific name.
Look, I know you guys didn't want to go to the ruins, but they're uphill. Do you want to go just to get out of the rain?
No, I mean, I was going to the ruins.
I know you were. I was talking to you. Yeah,
Aren't we all going together?
I wasn't sure
I mean,
if you guys were pretty adamant yesterday.
I mean, at the very least, we should probably get out of the flood zone, considering we're right next to that river.
Yeah, I have everything ready to travel. Are all of you ready?
Haboku gives a affirmative nod. I'd prefer likely slipping in some of the water.
I'll help you guys dry it up once we're out of the rain zone.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys are definitely in the splash zone right now.
Yeah, well, that's why Riv was mentioning that particularly and specifically.
Yeah, let's go. Let's move.
All right. It turns out Naoki's fairly capable of moving over land. She doesn't seem to slip up or trip basically at all as she leads you through forest trails. Actually.
You want us making like survival checks for like us being able to move? Also, if she's making a navigation check, I can provide a dot of navigation. She did show me where Riv where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, she's confidently striding off into the forest, and she's in a tree.
Was that one of your traps, Asher?
No. I'm just gonna wait to see what they do with the traps.
You know where you're going?
I would really appreciate it if somebody could get my ankle out of this trap, or grab my books.
I'm just gonna fly up and get you out of that trap.
It's also not a trap, it's a tree.
Yeah, she's not up in a tree as far as I'm aware.
Oh, I thought that's what he said.
She just walked into a tree.
Yeah.
No. She took 3 steps and got her ankle caught in a tree trap, spring trap.
Oh, okay, because
Oh.
we, I'm apparently
I just
not
thought that was
the.
Asher not taking. I thought that was just Asher not taking responsibility for it. To be honest.
I
Yeah.
thought
No,
he...
Hey, I'm not the only one that heard that she just walked into a tree. Okay?
Yeah, I heard it too. What?
So I'm like, no, that's not one of his traps. It's just a tree.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
That was just, I heard it too. That was just me making an in-character comment about Haboku.
The heck?
So yeah, 3 of us thought she just literally just walked into a tree.
Well, no, she's now a common pinata.
Ah.
Asher! One of your traps caught Naoki.
Yes, I can see that. And he's
Just
gonna...
save the books.
He's gonna go over and, disable the trap.
I'm just gonna make sure she doesn't just slam back into the ground.
Kotora is ready to catch her if it does for some reason.
Okay, let's try that again. Are there any more traps this way? And she
Yes.
points in the. Oh, how about I just tell you which direction we're going in, and you just make sure I don't end up in another one.
Alternatively, I could just lead the way through the trapped area and, it's
really
only in a
appreciate
ring
that.
around this.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
And Asher's gonna take the lead and lead them through the trapped area.
There are definitely a couple of naturally, just natural Digimon who live in the area who are in. A couple of them are in pitfalls that clearly they triggered and they had to climb their way back out of them. One of them's in a cage. A couple of the other ones, especially on the outer edge, definitely went off, even though there was no Digimon there. These traps were effective, is what I'm getting at. And once you're through the trap field, Naoki does start leading the way, using the little lantern that she carries in front of her. The trip is pretty uneventful. It's mostly uphill, and she's able to set a pretty decent pace. Not one that anybody should have too much trouble with, but one that takes into account that some people are carrying a library. And towards the top of the hill, there is a collection of trees that have formed a really tangled gnarl with their root system that she kind of starts directing you guys through. And I would like you to arrange yourselves here in the entrance here, if you would, please.
What is here?
He's pulling up a map. Do you want us going from the north or the south?
The south.
Cool. You're gonna have to put us on the thing.
I don't see a map, so...
It's in the
Yeah, it's still
images
showing.
in the shared section of Forest Tomb, as opposed to Riverside Camp.
Okay, there we go.
Kotora, stop duplicating yourself.
Also, why is Fulgur here?
Because he's
That's a
pulling
good
off the
question.
combat tracker.
Here we go.
Between the roots and the general up nature of this place, it's remarkably dry considering all of the rain that's happening outside. And it is, in fact, quite dusty as well. There, I'm going to draw a line really quickly. That is a pile of rubble across the northern part, across from the entrance, or across the well in the center from the entrance. But this is very clearly a structure of some kind, but so much has been taken away from this structure that its original purpose is structure. If anyone wants to make any kind of rules here, they're welcome to, but you're not going to be able to find much because the walls are worn smooth. The floor is cobbled but worn smooth.
Yeah, Arcus is gonna roll an investigation check mainly to see if there's like traps in this area, and maybe if he can find anything else.
You can take 3 from Haboku.
And
Cut.
Asher,
Um,
I would like for you separately to roll
This-
perception based on instinct, if you would please.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Those nines!
Very nice. Also, Kotora is gonna work on drying everybody up by increasing the intensity of his aura for a bit.
Oh yeah, Arcus is so Arcus is just gonna produce the bag of the sleeping bag.
All right. So quick question here. Did Riv's injury clear up over the last long rest?
You still get little like pings and spikes of tinnitus if there's a sharp sound, but nothing major. You're able to hear chatter amongst the group.
I just want to know if I need to keep the injury on my sheet.
No.
I need to figure that. The nines, they're tempting.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Also, okay. Do I also remove my injury from Kotora? I don't remember if it actually got dealt with. I think it did. Then it opened up and then it got dealt with again.
No, we are going to forego an injury on you for reasons.
Okay.
And this becomes 4. Which one is the one that I need to change for this?
Both the 10s, I believe. They become 9. And, oh, wait a minute.
the second and third 10 becomes a 9. If it also helps, you can look in FGU and other stuff, the chat at the top of organized play, and there's a emote guide.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
While you roll that, Asher, there is something odd going on. This place is tweaking your heebies,
Hey, I got one more.
and
Why?
it feels wrong to you somehow.
Okay. And we are inside?
Yes.
Alright. Well, the first thing Asher's doing is just removing the wet trait from his temporary cloak, and he'll also remove it from a Haboku.
Thanks, Asher. Thanks, Kotora.
Kotora gives a thumbs up.
Those squared away.
I suppose I probably should put it down as drenched trait, but whatever.
Unlimited wet works.
Actually, now that I think about it, when you remove the the wet thread from water, what exactly happens?
The server crashes.
So
that's
it's not that he's removing the he removes the water as well and stores that away.
How much can your ring store?
Yes.
Stores unlimited, Asher.
It's not something I'll be using in battle, so um or at least I don't think I will.
Is everybody doing all right?
Riv is just probably like having to scrape ice off of himself in his backpack.
Kotora's gonna help you with that.
Asher is just
Kotora is pre-
quietly standing off to the side.
My God, Kier.
Kotora is pretty good at scraping off ice.
I don't think it counts as scraping when you're evaporating it.
It does to him.
And once like a sufficient amount has been gotten rid of, Riv is actually going to go and take a look at these rocks.
Those rocks specifically?
I mean, he'll look at the other ones later, but you know.
Arcus, were you looking for anything in particular, or were you just looking around to see what you could see?
Mainly for traps, but also if there's like hidden stuff.
This specific area, you find indications that there were niches and hidden compartments and all kinds of fun things that are just not here anymore. They're just not hidden. They've been broken into, they've been opened, they've been looted.
Okay.
The walls are in this particular area, the walls are, you can see indications that there was something that may have been hammered into the walls at some point, but that's gone. The brackets are gone. Everything in here but the walls and the floor and the ceiling are just gone. And even part of the ceiling is collapsed towards the back. Each of those piles of rubble is also a spot where it's not. You can see the roots of the trees above the area, the ceiling. So clearly, this used to be. There used to be like actual cobbled ceiling up there, but the root systems are stable enough that even with the roof tiles having collapsed in, possibly from somebody having intentionally broken them, there's no danger of further collapse in this area. From your experience with ruins, this looks more like an atrium than anything else.
He's gonna go back to the others. So, looks like there was traps here at one point, but they're pretty much dismantled beyond use. So, no traps.
Wow, all that work I did, and there is an icon I forgot to make.
Well, no.
I don't have an Naoki icon.
I noticed, but I was also just like, it's fine. You can just, if you want to, in the NPCs, you can make Naoki, and it'll just make a little emblem for her with an N because it's the first letter of her name.
Or we could find a stock image of a computer mouse, since that's apparently what she is.
I mean, funny, but you also got to be careful about what you use because streamed game.
You know, that was a joke.
Yeah. I'm just also pointing that out for Lightpaw when it comes to the whole icon situation.
That is not putting Naoki on the board.
You need to add her to the combat tracker first. So add her to the combat tracker, set her to friendly, and then you can put her on the board. Or neutral. You can also list her as a neutral entity.
I'm good with her being an enemy.
No.
But yeah, Riv is looking at the rocks in this area.
They're roof tiles mostly. If you had to guess, there's some kind of sedimentary rock, probably a local.
That's fine.
stone.
He's mostly just looking for bits of rock that are sufficiently large and flat.
Oh, there are plenty of large flat rocks. Well, plenty of flat rocks. They're maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet to a side.
All right, cool.
The largest of them, anyway.
Which
They're
is-
pretty fragmented.
Which is large to several of us.
Yeah. As Rib is going to look back at Kotora and go, hey, Kotora, some of the bigger, large, flat rocks, would you mind grabbing some of them and dragging them towards the entrance?
Sure. Should I make a strength check for this? Well, more like an athletics check, yes.
We'll call it an athletics check, but it's going to be more to see how many of them you move more than
Yeah.
if you move any.
And Rib
Yeah.
will use teamwork to help.
All right. How many?
Just one.
If Haboku helps, he can offer her too. No athletics.
Nice.
while they're doing that, Arcus is gonna see how blocked off this
I'll solve that one.
rubble is.
All right, 7.
That particular pile of rubble is a pile of both the roofing tiles and soil. It looks like this was a spot where the tree roots maybe hadn't been quite there when the hole was made, but it's pretty clogged up. The upshot to that is that if you can find a way to clear it, you're pretty sure nobody's been on the other side of it.
Yeah, Arcus is just gonna take a look at that. Then he's just gonna walk over to Asher.
Asher has been standing quietly where he is.
Hi, Asher.
Hello?
So, I think if we want to get deep in any deeper than we want to, we're gonna need your help. Because I don't think moving the rubble is gonna be the only thing we need to worry about.
Asher will nod. Well, this is more your guys' expedition than mine, so...
You just went kind of robot-y.
One sec.
Yeah.
That should be fixed.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is more your expedition than it is mine, so... Whatever you guys want to do on this. There's something very wrong here, but... I know that's not going to dissuade anybody, so...
Wait, wrong? In what sense?
So part of what Asher was doing was kind of focusing on that. I was letting others, get what they were doing. But did Asher get anything more on the feeling that he was getting? Lightpaw.
Oh
Do I
no.
get to send it a
Are
third
you
time?
muted?
No, I'm considering the answer to that question. What has Asher's adventuring career primarily looked like? It's been mostly with the DAH, right?
No. Asher and Jace traveled a lot before winding up in the city with the DAH.
I think we all have. I think we're all like very traveled, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asher in particular, Asher and Jace had a lot of more survival kind of stuff with that.
Okay. I think the way I'm going to describe how this feels to you is this makes your ring itch.
It makes what?
It makes the area under your ring itch.
It's making my neck itch.
Have you ever felt like that before?
I guess I'll say no. Unless you want to put something into the background or something there,
I will send you out of character what this
information.
is, and I will let you decide how familiar with the situations Asher is to make that call.
Sounds good. Ah.
You can see why this would trip Asher's senses.
Very much so. I don't know if he would have had experience of this in his adventuring, but definitely would recognize this from prior. You know, being god of death and all.
Yeah.
So Asher's kind of going to be quiet for a moment longer, kind of getting a faraway look. We're not the only ones to have been here. This is a tomb.
Oh, wait. A
It
tomb?
is a tomb and a resting place that was desecrated.
Huh.
There are undead here.
It's an undead.
Initiative, please.
All right. Oh, hey, pretty decent roll there. 26.
Nice.
Well, I was going to point over Haboku, but I guess we're going to have other examples shortly.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Trying to remember how to roll initiative for NPC tokens.
What you do is you just go and click, look at their initiative score, their ranks in it, roll that many dice plus 1, and then if they have the reliable initiative feat, you add 10.
There is no way
isn't a
to-
way to make them roll it because we don't have an integrated sheet with Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, you're gonna need to update the combat tracker with all of our initiatives.
Oh no, y'all guys' initiatives are fine. It's just this one specifically. Or these ones specifically. And why can't I
Right, Jen?
move this? Technical difficulties, folks. Do I need to take ownership of this? I shouldn't need to take ownership of it.
What exactly are you trying to do right now?
Trying to move this bad guy.
Are you dragging them from the combat tracker onto the sheet? Onto the map?
No, it's already on the map.
Ah. It will sometimes be very glitchy if you don't add them to the combat tracker and then drag that token onto the map.
No, that's what I did.
But you said they weren't on the combat tracker.
They're on the combat tracker, and I moved them from the combat tracker to the map. And it's
Do
not
you
letting me
have
move it.
movement lock on the top bar? Yeah, you have movement lock on.
I do now. And then I turned it off, and
Nope, you unshared the map. And now it's reshared.
I was allowed to move it when it was unshared.
Are the enemies hidden on the combat tracker? Because I'm not seeing anyone new aside from the Aoki and Arcus.
Phantom 9.
There we go.
Why is it not letting me move this?
I am unfortunately too tired to attempt to troubleshoot.
I've never ran into this issue, so I'm just trying to think about what else could cause it.
I've never run into it either, so yeah.
Just to double check, have you tried deleting the token and moving it back onto the sheet?
Let's try this.
Well, now we can see it.
And now I can move it.
Hey,
I'm going to have to do that for
I
every
had
single
you
one of these.
apply the tried and true off and on.
I'm going to have to do this for every single one of these, aren't I?
Sorry.
Probably.
Through the wall comes a shadowy something. It hasn't quite taken form yet. But it is very angry. You can tell on the count of the way it says, "Thou shalt live." You feel like it might be pointing at Asher. Maybe.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't live. I'm dead already.
It's hard to tell because you can't actually see any hands.
It would probably help if you gave us a reason why we needed to leave.
We shall not suffer another to enter this place.
Just to double check, like out of character, this is the actual place where the ruins are supposed to be, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure this wasn't some random building we stepped into on the way there. Hey, come on, that would be just our luck.
Yeah.
In that case, Riv is just gonna go, sorry, but we kind of really need to look through this place. The world kind of might depend on it, actually. I can promise that will be as undisturbing as possible, though, if that's your issue.
What measure a world that is already lost?
What did it say? Again?
What measure
Yeah, I
is
didn't
a
catch-
world that is already lost?
Kotora is gonna raise an eyebrow at that.
How do you lose the world?
What do you mean the world is already lost?
Is that supposed to be a riddle? Do you want us to answer a riddle?
Enough banter, leave or die.
I've died already, though. That was out of character.
Oh, I was about ready to just roll that being in character.
Yeah, I was okay with that.
But, you know, Riv is just gonna go. I mean, I would really prefer it if we didn't fight.
Yeah, we don't want to fight. We are really trying to find a way to solve the problems that are happening to the world, and this ruins might just lead to us finding some sort of progress towards that.
Aye, so say all intruders.
Kotra is going to say, "Wait, has there been intruders before?"
And how long has it been since you've had them?
Naoki is just going to look around at the clear 3 inches of dust on the ground and just carefully not say anything.
Naoki should understand immediately why Riv wanted to know that. She should have no doubt. Come on. If they happen to know, Riv gets free dating of the tomb and ruins. That is valuable data. Come on.
What value is knowledge to one who's to die?
If you can
I mean,
stop-
if
you-
learning things kills me, then I'm probably going to do it anyway. I think I've done that before, actually. That seems pretty familiar.
It's happened
You can
multiple
tap it.
times.
if you can stop talking about death for a moment, we could actually find some sort of agreement here. I gather that you don't want to disturb this place, but if somebody else already came in here and disturbed it before, we would at least like to know that. That is important.
Can Asher consult his Necronomicon and do a lore check on this thing to determine any additional information about it?
You are welcome to do a lore check. The Necronomicon, does that specifically, is that any soul, or is that only souls in the Dark Zone?
We have established no information beyond that Asher does have the Necronomicon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ask these sorts of questions, usually it's going to be the meme answer, but true answer of, we ain't found shit.
he has it. It was given. He was allowed to have the Necronomicon by Zerda. What it actually does, or so on, no information. No, nothing was planned or anything. Just he's got the Necronomicon.
Thanks, Zerda.
What if it was actually just a cookbook named Necronomicon?
The
mean,
world may never know.
It is up to you now, Lightpaw, on what it is and what it's got. You do not have to decide right now beyond just does it give any bonus, and if so, how much?
I will. It will give a bonus to any checks that it is useful for. This is a check that it should be useful for. I will let it.
For now, we can just say that him having it. I won't adjust the roll, but it could adjust whether he's successful or not, based, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming at.
Yeah, if you want that sort of effect, I'll just say it'll change your SR.
Yeah, that's the word.
All right. I'm not accepting the one.
By the way, this this phantom asking Riv around Riv what uses knowledge to those who are about to die.
Mao.
Lamau, the worst person to say that around possible.
Indeed.
So yeah, 4.
Oh, 4, the Japanese number of death.
Does that give me a bonus?
In the beginning. No, we're not going that far back.
In the beginning.
This soul is one that has been missing from the cycle of life and death for a very long time. You're not actually sure of any of the details of its current incarnation, because somehow it has missed the Darklands. In previous incarnations, this particular Digimon was very brave, very forthright, and very firm in its beliefs. If a little bit stubborn and foolhardy at the same time.
Let's see a Leomon.
That would fit up Leomon pretty well, not gonna lie.
And Leomon is always fated to die.
Nah, he broke his curse on the Adventure 1 remake, thankfully. He didn't die there.
Well, I was more kind of like looking for information on what this creature is, how, if we can actually reason with it, and you know, any weaknesses or such that it may have. Though interesting that my Necronomicon apparently has specific information about every soul. I like that.
It allows you to access specific information about souls. I will be very careful in the wording of that.
What, we can't puff past the Necronomicon?
No.
Oh my.
All right.
I'm not gonna... No.
What?
Okay. Are you okay,
I
Life?
just looked back at the chat and
I think he saw Raijin's message.
Yeah.
Omnomnomicon. Anyway.
Omnomnomicon. Kotora would love that book.
It would be the book that names the snacks. In terms of information you can glean about the state of this thing in general, you feel like it's probably doing more bluster than actual threatening. You're not getting a sense that it, in its current state, is very powerful or able to affect much of the physical world individually. You know, if there were a couple dozen of these guys, it might be a threat to you, but that would be ridiculous.
Okay.
From your knowledge of this soul in particular, if there is some sort of conviction holding this this individual here, it's unlikely you're going to be able to talk him down without a lot of really good arguments.
Sure.
By the way, like Paul, I asked you a question in DMs.
Right. I was meaning to. The information that Asher was getting is the sense that Asher was getting is probably limited to Asher due to what it was.
Understandable.
Understood.
Now that there's something here, you feel like this thing has malintent towards the group. It definitely feels like it is wanting to hurt people. Whether it's capable of hurting people seems to be another matter entirely. But Asher, you were saying?
Asher is approaching it. And what was the information that run it by me again about the previous who it was before? They were brave and stuff.
Previous incarnations of whoever this individual is were generally brave and brave and forthright, to the point of sometimes being foolhardy and stubborn. But they were very difficult to corrupt or to compromise on issues that they firmly believed in, or stances that they firmly believed. This is the kind of person who wanted to be a hero his entire life, or her entire life, depending on the incarnation. And you didn't get any information about this incarnation because the soul has not gone to the Dark Lands, or the Dark Zone,
Dark area.
Dark area.
Why are you trapped here? A brave hero like you should not be waiting in some dusty old tomb for the rest of eternity.
And see my companions robbed of their very bodies? Nay, I shall not abandon my post.
How long have you served in this post?
As long as is needed.
You have no idea how long you've been here, do you?
What need have I of this knowledge?
Mostly curiosity on my part for asking. We're not here to desecrate this tomb further. It should not have been desecrated in the first place.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Cause you _the_ Avali raided my stream with 7 viewers.
Okay, guys, I gotta go AFK for, another, for about a half hour here.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta go AFK for about a half hour or so, and, yeah. Just conveniently tell that, oh. I guess Cashew's not hearing me tease him. I raided him the other night and he was AFK for like a half hour afterwards. But, thank you for the raid, Cashew. Hope you're okay. I'll take care of your viewers from here. Hello, everybody. I am Razim. You guys have come into our, Data Anomaly Hunter Scar campaign. It's one of our, Digimon tabletop RPGs being run with our custom Scar system. We've got a whole bunch of tabletop games. We do a bunch of games. We've got an artist here tonight, and we've got artists that join throughout the week. So hit that follow button and come join us again. Where was I in the present scene? I apologize.
So say all who invade our sacred tomb. Leave and never return.
Do you not know who I am? It's fine if not. Most don't believe it anyways. But I do know that you can't do much to stop us in this form. And if you are set on protecting this place, it might be better if you don't fight us and continue to protect it from those that would actually do it harm.
You get a sense that the individual might be reconsidering their options briefly.
When you start quoting the rules to the boss's boss.
And Ribbons is gonna like pipe up from the back a little bit and go, "Yeah, I think we'd rather all help you with things than, try and fight you.
We
We
don't.
like helping a lot more."
We don't want to fight. And if somebody came in here and ended up disturbing you and your comrades, I mean, I hope we can do something to help out in that regard.
Yee.
The dead are beyond help. Look around you. This is the help that was promised us.
What do you mean by that?
Do you want help cleaning up then? Because we can clean up.
And who promised you? Who promised you this? Exactly.
Those who invaded before thee.
And who were those?
So many.
I'm gonna guess that he doesn't know. Or she. I can't quite tell.
Kotora shrugs.
But I mean, the place is pretty dusty, and there's a lot of debris around. Like, would you prefer it if we just, like, cleaned up a bit?
I think I need to ask this question. When was the last time that somebody disturbed this place? Was it any time recently?
Time holds no meaning for the dead.
It holds meaning for the living though.
Oh no, he's right. The dead really don't care about time. It's just they're kind of dead for eternity until they're not dead anymore, and then they get reborn. It's really hard for the dead to keep track of the passage of time.
Ah.
I think I try, but I'm also kind of weird.
So you literally can't tell me that answer. That's unfortunate. We just want to know if that if the disturbance was something like very recent, because if that's the case, then that's very bad.
Arcus, I believe you can probably field that question.
There's a lot of dust around that was undisturbed, so.
Yeah, he was really investigating around.
Like the only footprints you can see, and you can very clearly see them come from the party.
I think we're the only ones who've been in here for ages. Because I was looking around to see if there was any traps here, and well, only footprints here are ours. As he literally points to one that Kotora probably made. That is like, it's probably like snow.
Kotora nods. I see. Thank you, Arcus. So I guess it has. I guess it may have been something's. Who knows how long, but it's not being anytime recently. Good.
But
Also,
I do just want to say that if you do care about how the place is and its state, then because you don't want it being desecrated, I think we'd all rather just help and try and maybe clean and fix the place up a bit.
Kotora nods. We'd be happy to help undo the damage as much as we can.
Enough banter. The spirit leaps into the air, does an acrobatic something, and vanishes. Oh, I'm not allowed to. Okay.
Oh,
Wait, what?
did you set up actual walls and such with this?
Yes.
That's why you couldn't move it. It was more that you couldn't move it through a wall.
That's unfortunate because these guys can move through walls.
All
just
you have to
boot
do
out.
is just click and drag them and through the doorway instead, and
Oh, apparently I can't move them through that either.
if they are actual walls, then yeah, no, but if they are doors, there's a way for you to set that door as being opened.
No, the black line that I drew demarcating the
Just to
current
check. Yeah, I can't move through it either. It looks like it's an actual wall.
Or it's a door that's not open yet.
Yeah, one of the two. I just wanted to check that real quick to see if I could move my tokens through, and it was just a problem with his. But no, it's just how the map is.
I will do the investigating on that later, but Phantom's hidden, right?
Yep, we cannot see anything.
It vanished into so much smoke. As soon as it well, not as soon as, but it vanished into so much smoke as it moved away from the wall through which it had come.
I mean, I guess that could have gone worse. At least they didn't attack us already.
Yeah, I am hoping that he's not going to come back with reinforcements or something like that.
Oh, he's
mean, I'll ask him
definitely
not to
going
fight.
to. And if it's going to be a fight.
I mean, probably, but we could try being nice still.
Yeah, maybe maybe one of his comrades will actually be able to be reasoned with. I don't know.
Either way, we should probably stay away from the walls.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Man.
could move some of the rubble, like sort of clean up, but also provide us like, well, they can move through us.
Yeah. But what I was actually trying to do earlier was get some of the flatter rocks more towards the entrance in order to try and make sure that a bunch of water doesn't come in case the rain gets even worse.
True.
That, and also in case anyone follows us, if they, can't fly, then they'd have to climb over the rocks at least a little bit.
Okay.
It's pretty obvious that we've been here. I mean, hopefully this rain will help by, getting rid of our tracks, but...
Oh no,
Oh.
not the idol.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nihila's connection.
Yeah, he also
kind of lost. Looks like he kind of lost connection from the fantasy grounds because he doesn't have a. It's the Ido portrait up top and not the Haboku.
Dang.
We lost the Fluffy.
Oh no.
Naoki, by the way, has a sketch pad out and is making sketches of the atrium.
Yeah, fair enough.
She'd have a camera
Well-
if they'd invented those yet.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for the ghost to come back, probably Kotora is going to continue doing the thing that Riv said of putting the rocks in the entrance path to Stab of the Rain.
Yep. And like, it'll still be large enough that if, they can't fly, they'll at least have to like take a second to get over it.
Yeah.
I will.
Things start following us.
I'll also point out that cameras are a thing. Literally, the first
Yeah.
BBEG was taking photos of people, and that's how he was stealing their data.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a cameraman, so like, does that count
And-
as like a biological thing versus?
Well, it was established that he had a separate thing altogether for that.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But we don't know if that's commercially available or if it's like, for instance, Riv and Asher's like digipad stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's also been confirmed that Asher's pad can do that as well. Not that he's going to
Yep.
offer it up to Naoki, but
I'm just pointing out that there's a difference between like what's commercially available or like highly customized.
Arcus is
How
gonna. Oh. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm curious how high quality the photos are from Riv's datapad or Asher's Baldock.
Riv's datapad does not have a camera function.
Ah, fair. So Asher's Baldock then.
I imagine that it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't have specific numbers, but it is supposed to be a really good device. So
And there's also a question of how much Naoki can afford on the budget she is given.
Yeah, because like the main part about a datapad slash a digipad slash whatever you really want to call them, is that they allow a Digimon to like connect their more internal data stuff into them, and it's a way of getting like internally stored data and like representing it elsewhere. That's like the main important thing about it. So it's like, unless you have a way of interacting with that, sometimes it's not the most useful for this sort of stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyways, Asher is going to get to work on removing the branches and such in the way.
Arcus is gonna be on cleanup crew around here.
By the way, does the well more towards the center have like actual liquid inside of it, or is it like just like a dried up center well?
When you actually investigate it, it's not actually a well. It is a deep basin that may have been for holding water.
Or other liquids, perhaps?
Ah, so that's why Rain is here. He smelled the remnants.
Yeah. You said water really suspiciously, which is why I'm just like, or other liquids.
Water.
Well, it's just that if this did hold water, it won't be able to now because there are some pretty substantial cracks in what you can see through the dust. In the base of the basin. It was probably for religious purposes. Hey, is that the Idaho again?
Yay!
Welcome back.
All right.
Welcome back,
Sorry
Ian.
about that. My internet
Oh no, did we lose him
for no
again?
reason there.
I think his internet went out again, yeah.
Oh no.
Yep, there he goes.
Oh.
Dang it.
Pat's the Gimund.
That's the Gimund.
Oh. And are you actually back this time? You're giving poor Gimund hope.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Unfortunately.
If anyone wants to clean the dust out of the basin, you might get a better idea of what it's for.
Say that again?
If anyone wants to clean the dust out of the basin, you might get a better idea of what it was for.
The
Hey, Naoki, let us
suspiciously-
know when you're done with drawing stuff with that.
The suspiciously red dust.
No, the dust is decidedly gray. A little bit brown.
Ah. So the color of dried ancient blood. Got it.
Ah, yes.
I'm just about done with this angle. I'm gonna start drawing from this angle. Actually, should be over here drawing
Did you
to
want
the
any?
east.
Did you want any roll for Asher? Removing the tree roots.
From where specifically is he removing tree roots? Oh, there are no roots in that. It's just stone and dirt and debris.
Oh, okay.
Well, there are roots, but they're up near the ceiling more than the rest of it. Okay. If you want to give me, so it's athletics. Yeah, I feel like athletics is probably the best skill for this.
One moment. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah. Athletics, he is going to be using, the powers he's got to help him, but, I will just roll the flat athletics for now, and you can determine how successful he is with this. Apparently very
Can I
successful.
be heard now?
For the moment.
Coming through?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know what the heck that was all about. I had to restart my whole PC for that.
And I've got enough boost. I'll go ahead and boost that one out of there. 7! Apparently Asher is drunk.
Yeah, so much like Kotora was able to build a pretty effective rampart in terms of, well, rampart would be door jam? Let's go
It's
with
like
door
at
jam.
best like a miniature retaining wall.
Well, Kotora was able to build a pretty good one of those, and you're able to get at least some material for that. This pile of debris is a little bit thicker than you might have been expecting, though. It is. You've managed to dig out a chunk that's at least 2 feet deep and several feet wide.
Okay, so who's dug out what now?
Asher
Okay.
has managed to dig out a pretty decent sized divot. But there's more wall behind it.
So, can someone catch me up on what's going on?
We're sort of cleaning some things up and looking around and just generally making some progress after the Phantom ominously did a trick and left and is totally going to get a bunch of reinforcements to try and gank us, but
Oh, okay. I'll accuse the Phantom of destroying my Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's just Steve.
That's where the Phantom disappeared to. Your router. But yeah, Kotora has successfully made a door jam / miniature retaining wall. Asher has successfully made a divot in the wall in the back. Arcus and Riv, what are you up to in the meantime?
Like I said, Riv was helping Kotora with the wall portion, mostly just using teamwork and helping him place things correctly.
Yeah.
I think Haboku was helping with that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arcus.
Arcus was doing a cleanup crew, probably for probably everyone at this rate. As Asher's digging out stuff, Arcus is probably moving things in a way that doesn't create messes. It's basically cleaning up.
Okay. Did you want to dust the basin? Or did
Probably
you want
would.
to...
Because he is cleaning up.
Okay. Give me a ruins lore check as you clean that basin out. Or investigation, your choice.
do lore because it's higher. 3.
Can Rib help with that? Because he was going to go and do that once Naoki was done with the writing stuff on it. The drawings and all that.
Oh, she's making sketches because she's preserving the scene.
Oh yeah, but that's why I was saying, like, when she was done with that.
I will let you come in towards the end to assist.
Well, that's what I was saying, like, if I could just, like, give assist die.
Yeah.
Asher will be specifically, moving the rocks over into the area that Naoki is currently sketching.
Green text appears at the top left corner of your valve dock that says Naoki will remember this.
By the way, take 3 dice from Rev.
Kiki.
I mostly just wanted to get you the extra dice because Rev has a lot in lore.
Understandable.
If you want a soul, I'll give a body.
Yeah, I'll solo 1. Then body. Oh, well.
True
That's still
combo.
plus 3 total, so we're up to a 6.
Yeah, we don't know what Mr. Ghosts are gonna do, so.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't bringing up any sort of, like, vigor or willpower or anything.
6 instinct lore. With the rune specialty he has.
This is not a basin, it is a brazier. You see definite charring on this on the stone at the bottom of the basin, or at the bottom of this brazier, as well as impacted soot and other indications that this was used to hold fire for a very long time.
Okay. So, Arcus, seeing that, is gonna start taking the wood debris, if there's any around, and if Asher is producing any from his excavation, and start putting the wood only in the basin.
Hey, Arcus, we should probably have someone try and repair the holes in it first before we do that. Maybe ask Asher for that when...
Oh. Okay.
Because from
Yeah,
what Lightpaw
seems to
said,
be
there's like a ton of like cracks and holes in this thing.
Well, yeah, but the cracks and holes would make it so that it is not watertight, but if it is a fire pit, that's different.
Well, yeah, but for very obvious reasons, you don't want the coals and your fire spilling out of your brazier.
Cracks aren't that big. It's not watertight.
Yeah, but if you have like
cold.
any amount of hole or crack in it, it's gonna, like, if any of them are near the bottom, which it would matter for the water holding part, it's going to spill out coals everywhere.
I guess Arcus will just put some of the stones in places that have holes until Asher is done with their excavation. He's not lighting the brazier.
Well,
Just putting wood in there for now.
I will say that Asher is going to be done working on this after getting this far, because he's got no idea how far back this goes, and he's done.
Hey, Asher?
Yes?
So, this is actually a brazier.
Okay.
Do you think you can repair the cracks around this?
Asher will try and repair the cracks.
What is the methodology you are going to be using to repair these cracks?
His, data manipulation stuff. He does have 3 dots in graph to go with that, though, so...
Okay. If you're using the data manipulation, there is specifically a ruined tag that has been applied to this brazier.
Ah, dang, I was hoping it would be cracked. That would be great for adding to somebody's mug in the... I mean, definitely not using for anything untoward, no! I guess I can find uses for a ruined. He'll start by attempting to remove that. Just for the sake of being fair, I am going to make a roll to determine how successful he is with that.
Unfortunately, Riv is rather practiced and serious about fire safety bullshit, considering he lives with Kotora.
It's not like flipping a switch, but once you take out the ruined tag, you are able to effect enough repairs that this is now a functional brazier and fire pit.
He is storing the ruined trait data.
Your tag dictionary just updated with a definition for the ruined tag. It is very technical.
I was just thinking of it working similar to Scribblenauts, where you just slap a definition on something.
Okay, thanks for the help, Asher.
He will nod at Riv and go over here.
Maybe stay away from the wall so you don't just get grabbed.
Hey, can I try lighting this on fire?
Yeah, I mean, that'd actually be pretty interesting. I was actually gonna go look outside real quick and just see if there were any other bits of, like, maybe fallen tree branches from the storm that I could bring in, and Kotora could just, like, be near it and dry it out, and we could also use that for some more fuel in a bit.
I was wondering if somebody would bring that up, because all of the roots and debris were mostly living roots. So those are greenwood. And let me tell you, class.
I thought they were like debris. Okay.
Yeah, and let me tell you, class, you don't burn greenwood.
Well, you can. It'll just be bad for your lungs. And the occasional cracking as it, exploding saps.
Indeed.
Well, if that's the case, then Riv would go, yeah, Kotora, Kotora, can you dry out some of the, wood and then have Haboku light it?
Kotora gives a thumbs up. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go outside and see if I can't find like a fallen branch or something really quickly. I'm not gonna go like out of sight.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll follow.
Be careful because I'm going out because when the water hits me, it just turns to ice. You're actually gonna get wet, and you're an electric type.
Arcus just tilts his head.
I could just remove the wet trait.
Anyone else just hear cellos just go good and
I was more talking about getting near things that conduct electricity like some saps do while soaked and with an electric type.
What's electricity?
Kotora blinks.
Do you not know your own type?
He blinks.
Okay, like the bits of light and energy that sometimes shoot off of you, especially around like maybe some metals or water? And it makes like some crackling noises?
I think so.
It goes
Yeah,
like
that can hurt people occasionally, so
Oh, is that what was in my sleeping bag this morning?
I didn't see your sleeping bag, but if you're on the ground in a pool of water, then probably. So it's okay if you follow me, just make sure not to touch anything. Or, I mean, touching me might be okay-ish. I'm kind of made of rock, but I'm also not all that resistant to electric. Just be careful when touching things.
Got it. Be careful.
as should be fine as long as you don't generate electricity, but considering you don't know what it is, I'm not sure how much control you have over that. So just go ahead and be careful.
Okay.
Mr. Book, Christmas, he's Mr. Snow. The rain has not let up any. In fact, it might actually be coming down harder.
Real quick, slight aside. Everyone, Whiskers would like is open for a couple of line art commissions. If anybody is interested, they are $40 each. Just message me.
Ooh, that's tempting.
Yeah, Sam.
Well, if it sweetens the pot, he's needing food money, so.
Okay. I haven't thought about. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so I wasn't in art brain at the moment, but
Yeah, I wasn't either, but
I was about to say, I guess sweeten the pot isn't quite the right term, but, give more reason.
I think that's a gambling term.
Yes.
But
let me change mimetic songs here. In the arms of the angels.
Yeah, I don't have something at the top of my head that I want to get, but I'll send the $40 or not and think of something later if you don't mind.
Well, this will be just message me. This is a commission, so not a doodle thing.
Oh, yeah.
tenseness that you feel. So yeah, the rain has not let up at all, and it's hard to tell because you're there, Riv. But it might have started hailing, or it might just be because you're there, Riv.
About to say that is like completely tainted information around Riv.
And it may have started storming, but that might also just be because you're there, Arcus. But there's basically no hope at all of finding dry wood right now.
Which we knew.
There's also no insect life because you've got a walking bug zapper. Casting chain lightning at this point.
Oh, Paint's here?
All right. But yeah, no, like I said, Riv is just looking for branches or the like that have gotten knocked down from the storm to collect.
If you want to give me this would be, I guess, survival or yeah, probably survival or perception.
I think I'm gonna go with survival, and he's going to try and also like recognize trees that he knows would have like, weaker limbs when it comes to like the frequency that, they might break during storms.
And you can take +2 from Arcus on survival.
Cool.
And I forget, with checks, I can tell you if you take a specific attribute, but not the expertise, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and you can go ahead and use your mind on this one.
All right, cool. That's kind of what I was going for with my wording.
If we come up with, if we pick an expertise that you like, you can give us bonus dice or reduce the difficulty.
Which I'm gonna go with the logic because of, again, how I phrased that. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Wow, that is awful.
Oh. Ugh.
Well,
I
it's
have some
not
boosts
negative.
to use. I have some boosts to use. So I'll soul a couple of those ones to start out. That was mostly useless. On one hand, I don't know how important this will be. On the other hand, we also might be there for a while, so like having a fire going, especially for cooking and all that, is going to continue to be a good idea anyway. So yeah, if a fight breaks out, I'll still have a willpower left to second wind if things get hairy, so I'll willpower once.
There we go.
That's a lot better.
Hey.
And I'll soul the one again.
Man, you're able to find so much wood. No, Rajan, stop it. You're able to bring back at least 2 or 3 ribs weights of wood.
Nice. It probably helps that, like, Arcus is there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Gigabit.
I just wasn't gonna comment on it. I just wasn't gonna comment on it.
Oh,
Joke.
you're able to bring back a pretty decent Marten video.
Pretty decent Martin video.
Okay, that is adorable. Oh, paw twitch.
Well, yes, it's a Marten. They're very adorable.
In Diggy sleep. What's this? Oh, right. You're able to build a pretty decent little stack of wood wherever you care to place it for Kotora to dry out.
He's not gonna put it like in the corner. Instead, it's going to be just like kind of like off to the side of the brazier.
Yeah. And Kotora will work on drying it out.
Brazier.
Brazier. Brazier.
A brazier is something entirely different.
All right. Look, I say epitome. I don't know what you want from me.
Is it supposed to be epitome?
Yes.
We're back.
Yeah,
Asher's
the
playing on his
storm's
Valve
kind of
dock.
knocking down a whole lot of branches.
What was that, Sim?
Asher's just playing on his Valve dock.
Haboku just looks eager to try lighting a fire.
E. Well, as soon as Kotora arrives out the wood, it will be given to Haboku.
And Riv will help by kind of like setting it up into. He's just gonna do like the classic little like TP that you're able to do with like dried out wood, especially like more branches and smaller logs. Make it very conducive to lighting on fire and staying on fire.
Okay, hey. And once everything is set up, Haboku will attempt to light it.
Yep. Riv will be watching intently as he's been trying to help him figure out his fire thing.
Give me a sec. I had to recopy the link, like the formula. Hey, as a naturally, for once, instead of a unusually ghostly colored fire, you can see a naturally a colored or straight beam of it. It hit the the firewood directly.
Nice. Riv is going to go ahead and roll an appraise.
Arcus is gonna cheer for Haboku.
And Haboku just has that very a amazed expression on his face.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
From that, I'd say you can definitely tell that wasn't him using his spectral flame. That was him using a different move altogether.
All right. Was he able to pick up like the actual type? Was it like actual fire type?
Yes, that's
All right.
Ye-
Rib is just gonna go. Hey, Haboku, you did it. That was actually fire type that time.
yay.
Yeah, that was a different move.
Kotora is going to clap. Good job, Haboku.
Yeah, different.
Yep. No, that was definitely different than the other one you showed me.
Internal dial-up noises as of confusion.
Well, it was a different type, so you put a different energy inside of it.
Different energy.
Yep. Like how okay. And Rib will sort of like summon up his like little icicle spear that he shoots out, but not like actually shoot it. And he's gonna go, all right, this I use water type energy for it. I know it's ice, but water is just frozen ice, so or
Yeah.
ice is just frozen water. So it works out the same. But let's say, when I reach out with my claw and sort of like grab onto things or their data and then rip it out,
It's
that's using a different type of energy. So if I do this, and he's just going to go ahead and, like, technically speaking, use data spike on his own move that he's holding, which is janky and doesn't get him anything, but it's just for an example. And he's just gonna do that real quick and go, that uses a type called mythic type. So I had to
I
use
see.
different energies for it. You just used fire type energy for that attack, compared to the other one you did, which was necrotic.
Okay. So it depends on the type of energy I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I get it.
All right. If you need more help with figuring it out and making sure you're using the right kind, just let me know.
All right, will do.
Riv just kind of guessed that Haboku would respond better if he had like an actual like physical demonstration.
That did help.
If you want to learn more about fire type energy, I would recommend talking to my brother about it. He's pretty good with it.
Kotora gives a thumbs up.
And Haboku will give a nod.
Necrotic, I don't know if anyone else uses necrotic type around here. Hey Asher, do you have anything that uses necrotic type?
It's a small thing, but yes.
Okay. In that case, yeah, if you want help with necrotic type stuff, you should probably talk with Asher about it.
Okay.
While that is happening, Arcus, you were asking something.
So, Asher?
Yes?
Is what we're doing at all reducing the desecration at all?
I mean, in my experience from general lore, generally you can't just to do that to help, but I guess what depends on what he would know from this world there, Lightpaw. I guess restoring things does help a bit, but usually they gotta be consecrated and stuff again.
Yeah, this is more of a first steps towards if you did ultimately want to reconsecrate the area, this is where you would start. But
Yeah.
that is a long road.
There's definitely a lot still to go, but restoring the place is the first step.
That's good. I mean, it also seems like the ghosty guy hasn't returned yet, so...
Well, we also haven't actually gone inside yet.
True.
And I kind of have, I assume it's through there, but, well, that is a very thick, bit of debris.
How much more do you think is on the other side?
Not a clue. Kind of why I stopped. For all I know, I could
Fair.
wind up digging through the entire Earth.
Yeah, I can kind of help with that part, but it's going to take me a bit, and I kind of wanted to make sure we got a bit set up in here. Because we're probably going to be here for a second.
Well, this is where your guys' place that you wanted to go to, so... He just gives a shrug.
Well, thank you for helping us.
It's very wrong here.
Wrong how?
Well, this place was desecrated.
What's desecrated mean?
It kind of means to when you disturb something. Disturb an area that does not meant to be disturbed.
It's a violent disrespect. A taint that you leave on the place.
Oh.
I wonder if that taint then has anything to do with I guess a lot of people coming in here a long time ago that the ghost was talking about?
More than
Yeah, those
likely.
would have been the ones that caused it.
Really
I
wanted
just
to
want
ask him more about that, but
Same. I just wonder how long ago it was, but he literally can't tell us.
probably centuries or maybe even millennia.
Honestly, I was surprised we got as much information out of him as we did, which was basically nothing.
Yeah, you did.
Only
You
we
did.
had-
You did ended up helping out with that a lot. So thank you there.
Oh, if only we had something with writing on it. Oh, that would be so amazing.
I mean, there probably will be further in.
Do you think?
Well, from all the runes that I've been in before, they usually have at least some kind of markings. Although now that I think about it, sometimes it's just in the form of things like murals, but those are still pretty useful. But yeah, usually there's text and stuff inside as well.
Oh, oh, I hope so.
Arcus is gonna walk over to the part Asher excavated and scan the area for possible traps that Asher may have not triggered during the excavation.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that he didn't see it. I'm like, well, yeah, he didn't even look.
You are welcome to inspect the area.
Yeah. And does runes apply?
Uh, Go ahead. Yeah.
For instinct investigation.
There is a there is a tile in the floor that might have been a pressure plate, or it might have just been there being so much compacted stone and earth hitting that particular tile that it shifted. Whatever it is, it's not moving now.
Hmm.
You do get a sense that the bit that is excavated is maybe not as stable as it used to be. That maybe enough has been excavated that it might be capable of being turned into a deadfall if you were to want to.
Deadfall? Like it needs supports?
Like if you took support out in a couple of key spots, it might collapse.
Ah. Yeah, so Arcus is gonna reach into his backpack.
I don't know really remember how I got these, but these are useful for now.
And Arcus is gonna it's gonna take a little bit because it's not like a ink, but he's gonna use a yellow colored pencil on the odd stone tile.
Uh,
Carefully.
okay. You have very clearly marked this tile.
Okay. Hey, Asher, just be careful not to step on that tile.
Okay. Were you wanting me to do more stuff in here?
Hmm.
As Arcus is looking around.
Probably patching up the ceilings would not be a bad idea.
As Arcus is scratching his head.
You realize I can't really lift that stuff up all the way up there, and I would kind of need to have it all there together to put it back together.
Ah. Never mind.
Asher's gonna try something. Avoiding the tile. He's gonna go over and try to apply the ruined trait to this section of wall that he was digging in. Unless it already has that. In which case, never mind. He's gonna keep that trait.
You apply the ruins trait, and it doesn't seem to integrate. Possibly because there's already a rubble trait. Seems like that might be related. It's the same color.
He's gonna pull out the rubble trait. I guess craft for that?
Yeah.
And apparently he just makes it pristinely perfect again. What's that roll?
Do we just see the wall poof to looking perfectly pristine?
The
Literally
wall
just...
does, in fact, just poof to being perfectly pristine.
Wow.
Oh, hi enemies.
And there are 3 Lettucemon standing in formation with bristly spears pointed at you. The Phantom Lettucemon. Lettucemon.
I'll say evolution of Lunamon.
Ah. I know which thing that is.
Yeah, the Moon Rabbit.
Yeah, the Moon Rabbit.
At first, I thought you said lettucemon, like the vegetable, and I'm just like, yeah, that checks out.
I was about to say, like, really? Just is that the one that's surprising to you?
I mean, there is a Vegemon.
I thought Lettucemon was said for a sec too.
I also heard lettuce, honestly.
So Asher's just gonna stare at him. Are y'all awake?
Oh, they are very angry. And I think that might be about where...
We call it?
Yeah, I'm trying to delete the drawing and the door that it is made of now. But yes, that might be the cliffhanger for today.
Fair.
Alrighty. Well then, thank you everybody for joining us today for Data Anomaly Hunter's Scar, as well as this Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, sharing the stream around, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to check out our Spotify for these episodes, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.